You are about to witness the power of toy knowledge. Where are my figures at? Straight out of Poland, it's my homeboy Rick, classy action figure seller with a 6-inch dick, the bruiser, in his stonking collection of action figs that he sticks in his ring. 6 solicited pics for like button clicks, everything that drips out his lips is a statistic. Yeah, he's the kind of dude can tell you who threw who out of Rumble 92. Need to know a bit more? Let's check out his stories, putting figures in a box daily. And for this little rap, he didn't even pay me. So also on the show is Martin.
Welcome to 7 Figs a Month. I'm Rick from actionfigureseller.com, which is the greatest action figure toy shop in Europe, in the universe, right? I need a tagline and I'll work on that one. I'm with Marty.
That's a very good catchline, friend. You should stick with that, yeah.
The greatest action figure toy shop in Europe, in the universe, right? That works.
If Toys R Us had that, they might still be around.
Still be in business.
Yeah.
That's it. How are you, Marty? And any Jersey retro toy hunting?
I am good. And I did go on a Jersey retro toy hunt because after listening to the last show, I heard Callum's track about toy hunting and me going on a toy hunt. And I thought, you know what? I do like a toy hunt, don't I? So I got in my car and I went to a charity shop and I found some toys. Would you like to guess what they are?
Hold on. Did you literally finish the pod and go, you heard that song and you were inspired?
Yeah.
And you got in the car immediately. That's good.
And then I put the song back on when I was in the car, just listening to it on my phone.
Just to make sure you were doing the right thing.
Yeah, just smiling whilst driving up the road to a charity shop that's quite close by that was open on a Sunday. And I found 3 wrestling toys.
Oh.
All different characters,
Okay.
all different toy lines.
Okay. And do you want me to guess what they are?
Yes.
Okay.
I was impressed by your Power Rangers guess last week. Even though you didn't get the right colour Power Ranger, the fact you got to Power Rangers in 10 guesses.
Right, thanks.
Good. Yeah.
In 5 or 6 guesses, I think. Oh, it's 6 questions. All right, so 3 different wrestling figures from 3 different toy brands, did you say?
Brands and lines.
Okay, so it's all separate manufacturers, right?
I think 2 of them are the same.
Okay, are any of them girls?
No, don't be silly.
Of course they're fucking not. They don't make toys of girls. Okay. That's a bad start. Right. Okay, all men. Are any of them Hasbro's?
No.
Were any of them world champions?
Yes.
Oh. And when I say world champions, we're talking either WWE, WCW, or ECW, the main 3.
Yes.
Okay. And no Hasbro's.
No.
Are any of them WWE based?
1 is WWE
Only
based.
1. Holy smokes. Okay. Is the one? Is it a Jack's Ruthless Aggression?
No.
Is it Jack's?
Yes.
Okay.
In this box where I got these, there were other wrestling toys, and there were some Jacks. I think there was a Nikolai Volkov Classic Superstar. There's a few others. There were some like modern Mattels. Don't bother with any of that, so I left all those there.
Oh, okay. So, because you had choice, I reckon the WWE one might have been a bone cruncher.
Yes.
Because I think that would excite you nowadays. And who?
Okay, so we're focusing on this one now, right? So I will give you 4 questions to guess who it is.
Okay. Is that the world champion?
No.
Okay. Was it originally released as a singles guy?
Oh, I'm not too sure about how they were released. I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Is it one of the early ones or one of the later ones? Is it one of the first few series or?
I don't know. I can tell you it is 1998, at least in the gear.
At least in the gear. You didn't manage to get a Flash Funk.
No.
Because that'd be a good one. This could go on forever. Billy Gunn.
No.
Okay.
Do you not want to try and work? You could have just tried to sort of work it down to see.
Narrow it down. 98. Yeah. Intercontinental champion?
Yes.
Okay. In 98?
No. 97. Would you like to ask more accolades? I think we're getting somewhere.
Did they win the King of the Ring?
Yes.
Is it a Ken Shamrock?
No.
Oh. An Owen Hart?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, that was a bit
Is
excruciating.
Owen Hart and his Danger Gear
Okay.
when he was in Nation of Domination.
Okay, and are the other two WCW toys then?
Yes.
Okay, and they're different lines. So
Yeah.
one Galoob and one Toy Biz?
Nope. Two Toy Biz.
Okay. I'll have one go. I'll have one one stab because I don't want to take up too much of your time, mate. A Scott Hall and a Shane Douglas.
No.
Oh,
One of them, he was in the LJN. He is dead. He's got this funky action where you pull the string back.
oh, lovely. That's
You
a
know who
really
that
good.
is?
That's Willie Piper. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
So
really
that's an
good one.
interesting one. It's weird.
I wish it had its kilt and bagpipes.
Is that what he came with?
I think he came with bagpipes. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, they know.
possibly a jacket as well.
So he's just wearing his little blue pants, no knee pads, wrestling boots, and a reality check t-shirt. And he's got a pull string that you pull back, and then his arms like sort of frantically scratch. So that's good. The other one, we did mention these the other day, so I manifested it apparently. It's a grip and flip. Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, lovely. Very good.
Yeah, so 3 random old toys just in a box with some Mattels.
Oh, well done, mate.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
I think my favourite there is the Owen Hart, though.
I like the grip and flip, I think.
Oh, bet you do. You need a partner. Too.
I do need a partner, so that's it now. I'm on a hunt for another grip and flip.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there was a Raven. I'd quite like a Raven.
I can picture a Dean Malenko, but I don't know if that's factual or not.
We'll get to grip and flips one day, right?
Oh, we will. We're looking at Galoob Series 2 this week, and I just wanted to go back and clarify because I realise sometimes we're going through this and we just assume we're new to this, right? So we assumed, both of us, that everyone would just understand exactly what we're saying. But I said last week that I wish they had done a Sting and RoboCop 2-pack. And out of context, if you're not a fan of wrestling, that might have sounded ridiculous.
Just a random statement.
Right? And it is. Wrestling often is ridiculous, but that's from a moment that is one of the most ridiculous in wrestling history, and that was WCW May 19th, 1990. Yeah, Capital Combat.
The Return of
The
RoboCop.
return of RoboCop.
I was watching this the other day and they kept saying, it's the return of RoboCop, like Tony Schiavone at the start. I didn't watch much of the show because I fell asleep, but Tony Schiavone kept hammering that home, Return of RoboCop. And I was just thinking, what's he returning from? Has he been in WCW before and he's coming back? Or is it the fact that his movie's finished and now he's coming back, but he's coming back to WCW?
I think it was promoting RoboCop 2.
Oh, okay.
I do think. But yeah, no, I know it's not, none of it really makes sense. As I say, I did watch the actual return, and it's, again, he was never in WCW before, but it's even confusing trying to watch it. So Sting comes out in street gear to help Luger in the main event,
Yeah.
to corner Luger. And then RoboCop makes his way out. And whilst that's happening, the Four Horsemen tase Sting and put him in a cage, like a shark cage. But luckily, that takes place whilst RoboCop's on the way, very slowly, like a robot. And he does save the day. He rips the door off. He shows superhuman strength. And then they sort of stand side by side. I don't think RoboCop does any beating up, though.
I don't think he could, right? Because he's just in a big cosplay.
Yeah, it's just all odds. And the whole show is built around this in a way. It doesn't, yeah, it's very unclear. It's bonkers, yeah, but go and watch it. So, as bonkers and nonsense as it is, I would love a 2-pack of Sting in his street gear and RoboCop. But that's where that statement came from. It wasn't completely out of the blue. So I just thought I would clarify that.
Simpler time.
Yeah, better time, a much better time.
It'd be good if WWF countered it by having the Terminator.
Yes. Well, they did, didn't they, years later?
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it. It wasn't as the Terminator, there was he?
I know, but Triple H did a WrestleMania
Oh,
entrance.
with his entrance with the Terminators. Yeah, that was
I've
good.
got a Mattel figure where he's got the sort of Terminator mask
Yeah.
and the claws, like Arnold has, big metal claws. Okay. You know, this period is all fucking bonkers, isn't it? This whole we spoke about the Black Scorpion last week. That's mental. Ric Flair's existence around this time is all crazy and like.
Well, I guess that's why he left.
Well, that's it, right? That's what makes it memorable. So this series 2 of Galoob's is from 1991. This same year, Ric Flair, who was very much Ric Flair, right? He'd been
Yeah.
Ric Flair for a long time, a multiple time world champion, Mr. Wrestling, essentially. Well known, but there was a sort of revolving door of people running WCW, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And at some point, I think in 91, around this time, around the Galoob era time, Jim Herd got control and reportedly wanted to refresh Ric Flair's gimmick. And
Is
like,
that when he wanted to make him a gladiator? Is that right?
cut his hair, put an earring in him, and call him Spartacus, which is a fine gimmick to try, but maybe not with Ric Flair.
Maybe with terrific Terry Taylor.
Yeah, maybe not with Ric Flair, your world heavyweight champion. The same Ric Flair who 11 years later fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania in an incredible match. The same Ric Flair who 17 years later fought Shawn Michaels in an incredible match at WrestleMania. He had quite the stellar career. I don't know if a gimmick change was needed. That signaled the writing on the wall for Ric Flair in WCW. But yeah, like I say, sadly, this all happened whilst he was world heavyweight champion. So when he fucked off, he took that championship with him. And in late 91, he was showing up on WWF television with the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Bonkers, right?
And you could recreate that with your Galoobs with the WCW title.
Oh, man, what a time. What an exciting... I suppose I was catching some of that. That's as I started watching WWF, I suppose, around that time. And it would have been completely over my head, the monumental nature of what was going on.
Yeah.
Because that would have done some serious damage to WCW for a while, right?
Yeah, it must have done. Because I remember I was watching it around the same sort of time as well. Because maybe it just came on Sky around then or something, so we could see it. But when it was in Royal Rumble 92, when that was on, I remember watching that at my friend's house, and I knew exactly who Ric Flair was.
Yeah.
So everyone is aware of who he is. Why would you try and pierce the guy's ear and give him a different name?
Oh, it's bonkers, isn't it?
He's known worldwide to kids in Jersey who know who this man is.
Right. Just what is that? What is that? Like someone trying to push him out and not clocking that he is taking that belt with him?
Yeah, because they wanted him to drop it, didn't they? And then he said to them, I'll give you the belt back if you give me my $20,000 deposit that I put on it. Because when someone won the world title back then for that company, they had to put down a $20,000 deposit.
Just messy. I imagine a lot of laws were created around that time for what you could show of another company's belongings on the competitions.
Yeah, originally he did wear it and you could see it on TV as well.
Yeah.
And then they ended up having to blur it out.
Wasn't the first instance of it. It wasn't even Rick, but it was sent. Heenan was showing it.
Yes, saying the real world champion's coming and stuff.
Yeah. But no, it definitely damaged WCW because I'm pretty sure following that, Lex Luger would have fought Barry Windham to like crown the new world champion. And I think they were just hit with chance of We Want Flair.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
So yeah, just messy time. And that's on top of like RoboCop and Black Scorpion, all around the same sort of time.
I really like the RoboCop thing. Not necessarily how clanky and slow it was, but the fact that that happened, I genuinely think that's excellent.
Hey, if to spite Ric Flair because he fucked off, WCW made a Spartacus figure with a shaved head and an earring, and it was Ric Flair, I'd love that as well. It's just disappointing. So yeah, just what else happened around this time? I feel like there was more.
Sid left.
Sid hadn't stabbed Arn Anderson about 40 times yet, had he?
No.
When was that? That can't have been.
Oh, wait, was that 91 or was that afterwards?
It can't have been far off.
Was it 93? Because he went back in 93 to WCW, didn't he? Maybe it's around then.
Just a chaotic time. No real murderers, just attempted murder, I suppose.
Yeah, it's good enough, I guess. I mean, Big Josh was a bit of a reprobate.
People blame Luger for Miss Elizabeth's death. But I digress. So.
He definitely killed Liz.
Yeah, okay. Good. Well, so should we get on with looking at Series 2 and ranking them?
Yes, let's look at these toys and have a rank.
Yeah, right. Where
are you going?
Where am I going?
Yes, in a sense. Let's go. Where are you going with this?
Oh, well.
Oh, not in a bad way. Maybe cut that out. That sounds horrible.
Where the fuck are you going with this? I am going from worst to best, mate, as always. And with this one, I will start with. Oh, actually, I will say a lot of these are straight up repaints, and I'm very disappointed.
Yes, but they're UK exclusive repaints. That means people in America don't even know they existed.
These didn't even exist in America.
It was only special to us.
Yeah, because I questioned at the end, was Series 2 separate from the UK exclusives? And it is one and the same. This whole series was UK exclusive.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because it seems like they had trouble distributing them in America. We reckon it's probably because WWF strong-armed them.
I'm convinced. You hazarded that guess last week, and I'm convinced that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. It probably happens all the time in business, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like they came out just after. If they came out before the Hasbros, the shops probably would have taken them.
Yeah. The majority of these are repaints, 5 new characters, and a new Sting. So 6 new molds, essentially.
And a new Lex Luger.
Sorry, and 7 new molds. But yeah, we've seen Sting and Luger before. It's a good series. It's a great series. I will say, as good as it is, right? And obviously we're seeing reoccurring names. And for the most part, Galoob did a good job of giving us the important guys, the champions, the US champions, the tag champions, the world champions for this time period. Not many people missing. But I've done the same thing this time and looked at names who appeared in 91. So
okay,
not necessarily that could have been in this,
but just that we're around in WCW.
Were around, and arguably, if it was a successful line, would we have got them here? Would we have got them in the next series? And again, it's a great lineup. Do you want to hear them before we start?
Oh yes, please. I was really shocked actually by the last episode of the people in that.
Right.
Yeah, some big names in wrestling, or that later became big names that were just there.
I don't know if it's as shocking, but I'll run some of these down. Mr. Hughes.
Good.
That would have been great, right?
That would have been good, yeah. At the same time, it would have been good, but it's good now in hindsight. Like back then, would Mr. Hughes be good? It wouldn't be bad, but I remember Mr. Hughes from like WWF 1993, so in 1991.
Mate, if we're getting Tom Zenk and Big Josh,
might as well have Mr. Hughes. He's more relevant now. Maybe they just took a gamble.
Yeah.
Big Josh, he's going to come into big stuff.
We'll get onto it next week, but they're about to do Black fucking Blood. They can do a Mr. Hughes. Right, Mr. Hughes. Abdullah the Butcher. Rick Rude.
Yeah, Rick Rude would have been good.
Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah.
Steve Austin. Obviously, that would have been a rookie Steve Austin, but in hindsight, a rookie Diamond Dallas Page. Marcus Bagwell. Johnny B. Bad. Bobby Eaton. The Diamond Stud and Oz. Oz would have been tremendous.
Only in hindsight.
No.
If you're a kid at the time, you don't want an Oz toy when you're a kid.
Well,
you reckon?
A massive Oz
Little
toy.
Richie wants an Oz.
Little Richie wants a giant Kevin Nash in lime green trunks. I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I mean, I do now. Don't get me wrong. Like, if it's there, I want it.
I was desperate for nails. Hasbro nails as a child. Of course,
he was more relevant.
But was he?
I think so.
Right.
I hope you get your Oz, but I hope he's in his weird entrance gear where he's wearing a weird old man mask.
Oh,
and with the long hair on it and stuff. You can have the wizard Oz.
Kevin Sullivan leading him to the ring in the same mask. That would be great.
Whoa, was that a thing?
Yeah.
Did Kevin Sullivan wear the same weird mask?
It was his manager, but he wore the same rubbish old man mask. I don't even know if he took it off. I don't know.
Brilliant. Never knew that was a thing.
There you go. See, are you excited about Oz now?
Yes. Only if he comes with a smaller one that's exactly the same.
Nikita Koloff.
Yeah, that'd be good.
One Man Gang.
Yep.
And Jushin Thunder Liger.
That'd be amazing, right?
Right.
The good thing, if you had a one-man gang, you could have them against El Gigante in what would only be described as a classic.
So again, as good as the series has been picking out the sort of important characters, so much left on the table.
Yeah, like the last one, Cactus Jack was pretty big at that time. Then he left and came back. He was even bigger when he came back, like 93. But
yeah.
So 92, 93, 92 maybe.
Black fucking Blood.
Never heard of him.
He was in the works.
Black Blood. I don't think I've ever seen a match of Black Blood. Billy Jack fucking Haynes.
So for them to be working on him, do you reckon they're like, whether he's a big guy or not, he's not going anywhere. He's burned all his bridges.
It could be. Yeah.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Two of me ain't leaving.
No Abdullah the Butcher in the works. No Road Warriors. No Cactus Jack. No Vader. Black Blood. Oh, man.
It's doomed.
Yeah. Right. That's disappointing. But championship-wise, I went through who the champions were during the Galoob era, and mostly are covered. The world champions throughout the whole of 1990 and 91 was Sting, Flair, Tatsumi Fujinami very briefly, but a questionable reign. It wasn't recognised by WCW. And Luger. Sting, Flair, Luger, and Tatsumi Fujinami, they're the champions, right? 3 of the 4 are accounted for. US champions, Lex Luger, Stan Hansen. So he's the big one that would be great.
Yeah, Stan Hansen would have been good. We said that last time, didn't we?
Luger, Hansen, Sting, and Rick Rude. That's the US champions for those 2 years. And then tag champions, you're looking at Steiners, Doom, Fabulous Freebirds, and then the Enforcers, Arn Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, and then Ricky Steamboat and Dustin Rhodes. So most of them, apart from Larry Zbyszko and Ricky Steamboat, are accounted for. So they've done a good job covering the 2 year period and having most of the sort of.
Yeah, they got most of the top names. That's probably why you don't generally, or I never have previously, looked back at the Galoobs and thought they're missing X, Y, and Z. You just sort of look at them going, oh, nice little set.
Yes, agreed. I will begin the ranking now. The ranking of these 17 figures. And I will start with the worst one here. I fucking hate this. Ric Flair.
Oh,
Hate it. I hate this away kit.
It's not a great one, is it? Like, it's like a burgundy color red that he's wearing with a lightning bolt on his trunks.
What's the lightning bolt?
Well, it's fictional.
But why?
Maybe it's what Spartacus was going to wear.
Mate, and if that came out, I'd be okay, sound. But until then, this Ric Flair first time round got a bit of a pass, despite having the arms low. I was like, do you know what? You can play with it. And then, but that was making an exception.
Yes, the exception no longer stands because you have a Ric Flair.
Yeah, now it looks shit. Like now, yeah, I can't get over.
Even if it's just in a really vibrant red, it probably look quite good. You'd look at it and go, oh, that's better.
Remove that lightning bolt, and it's a much better toy.
Just the lightning bolt, you don't think change the color red a bit because it's quite burgundy, and that's a bit like, what the fuck's that?
No, sure, change the color up, but that lightning bolt's the biggest offender here. I'm not being fair to Flair here.
Well, they're not being fair to Flair.
No one is. Maybe they knew he was leaving. They're like, put a lightning bolt on the.
Maybe that's just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Maybe he looked at it and go, guys, when the fuck have I ever worn this? You're not even paying attention.
No, I'm out.
I'm a real killer with the ladies. You're putting a lightning bolt on my trunks.
Oh, it still says that on his card, which is nice, I suppose. Points for that.
Points for staying the same.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not forgiving that. So yeah, Flair's last. Maybe irrationally last based on some of the others, but I just can't do it. And then up next, I don't like this Barry Windham.
I don't like the Blue Barry.
I hate the Blue Barry. Again, I don't reckon he ever looked like this, quite like this.
Maybe not. You know what's the giveaway for that? Is the blue wrist tape.
Yeah.
So he's wearing it's same toys last time, but this time he's wearing blue trunks, blue wrist tape. It's nice in the sense it's got colour. Young
Barry did wear like a nice blue, right? With his long, luscious blonde hair and no beard. He had nice blue pants.
Yeah.
Nice blue underpants he wore, that guy. But yeah, the lack of knee pads here. He hasn't got matching boots. He's got the same black boots, black cowboy boots. It's just, I'm not. Away kits are killing these for me.
If they did white cowboy boots, that'd probably make it a bit better, wouldn't it? You'd sort of go, it could have happened.
Yeah. If they made his boots the old, even though they haven't changed the head sculpt, if they made his boots the old Barry Windham boots, the white with a red trim.
Could have gotten pass.
Maybe. But yeah, this is just, I don't know. Both these toys, Flair and Windham, I loved last time, and I just, can't do it, mate. I can't. And we can't tell you what events these are from because they didn't fucking exist.
We can tell you what events they're not from. Do you want to start listing those?
Yeah, it's such a shame because Barry, as we say, to play with, fantastic. Arm position.
Excellent. Great arm. Probably the best arm positioning out of any Galoobs for play.
So, yeah, exactly. So, and then, third from bottom, we got an updated Ron Simmons.
Yes, this Ron Simmons. It's the same mold, exactly the same. He's got a great face, the sculpt. It's fucking fantastic. But the difference is his trousers.
They missed the white stripe from his tracksuit bottoms, didn't they?
So they've added it on.
So they've rectified that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Did the other one? Did the picture have a white stripe on?
I don't know.
No, I don't think it did. I think they got the style of his jogging bottoms last time spot on. But this one, they look more athletic. They're more of a blue with a white stripe down. I much prefer this Ron Simmons to the other one because of that.
Okay, well, that's nice. That's nice to know.
In person, it's very good.
Same horrible mold. The worst mold on a Galoob.
You reckon, is he worse than Luger?
So, okay, we're not far from Luger.
Should hope not.
And then, just after Ron, see, those first three are so shit that I would even rather have a second Sting exactly the same. We've got orange tight Sting with black boots.
It's just the same. It's exactly the same. They've just released it again.
No changes to this. And I'd rather have a second one than those first three figures I've talked about. It's so bad. But then we've got a Luger. Got our first Luger of the day. And it's the one in the coat.
Oh, okay.
Luger in the entrance gear, which I want to like, right? So when I was ranking these, they started much higher because I'm like, oh, I like this entrance gear. This is cool. This is a cool figure. And then the more I looked at the hands, go grab it from your cabinet if you want. He's just got both hands open. One's in the air, one's out to the side. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's doing.
Who knows?
I hate it. A double bicep pose would have been all right, maybe.
Maybe they're trying to make it like I could wrestle a bit like this, but at the same time, he's in his entrance gear. Maybe he's holding one hand up and high-fiving someone in the crowd. Do you want me to try and justify it?
If both his arms were just out like the one on the right, if they're just both out, high-fiving...
That would be better.
Right? It's just, yeah. The coat's really nice. It's a sort of black and silver. It's gladiator-type skirt to it. Quite an intricate-looking coat. Does it come with a chain?
It does come with a chain, yeah. It's quite hard to get the chain.
I've never seen the chain before.
No, I don't have the chain.
Ah.
The bad thing about this toy, and it's the same as the Sting with the coats that we'll get to after, is they chip black. So they're molded in black and the skin's painted on. So if you play with it, the paint comes off of the skin and it's black.
Okay.
So it's quite annoying. Whereas the other Galoobs, when they chip, it just goes to skin color.
Yeah.
So it looks like the tights are worn out and broken or whatever, knee pads are broken. This guy, his skin breaks and he turns black.
Yeah, it's unforgivable. The arms are this could have been a good toy, this one. Arms are unforgivable. And then I've got Lex Luger number 2 straight after this. So this is a repaint and it's just another wacky color scheme. What did you tell me it was? Green trunks.
Green trunks with a yellow stripe down the side and yellow wristbands.
And this is the again the wacky pose, the sort of arms out.
I've got 2 guys in a headlock.
Yeah, 2 guys in a sort of ready to do a DDT position, double DDT. This deserves to be lower, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get this Luger a bit lower.
I'm just disappointed. It's a bit of a blur, this whole first section. As I say, that coated Luger's the best one, but the arms are amongst the worst in the Galoobs, I would say, that coated Luger.
Yeah, a bit too straight, aren't they? I think is the problem.
I don't know. Is he supposed to be holding the chain? Does he hold that chain in both arms? Does it stretch across?
I don't think so. I think it's a solid bend. Surely they got like a photo from somewhere of him coming down. He's maybe holding a belt in one hand and sort of high-fiving someone or something. I've got no idea. No, you don't reckon?
I don't think so.
Zero chance of that.
I don't know what to say. And then the repaints continue. This one's a bit better. I quite like this one.
I feel sorry for Luger. I mean, he kills Liz. Now you're ranking him really low on both his figures.
Yeah, he deserves to be higher based on his murderer status. But yeah, no, it's a shame because I do like these Luger figures. It's exactly the same as Series 1 of this. He deserves better. It could be better. Very simple. Change the arm position, and this is a great toy.
Yeah.
Whereas, as bad as the arm positioning for Ron Simmons is, you change those arms, you could make it better, but the attire's wacky as fuck. And then we're on to Flying Brian in blue. Now, I quite like this one. The more I look at its face and head, I'm not that keen. But the attire's quite good.
The attire is good. Have you seen what some people think is a variant with one knee pad that's just completely blue?
Ooh,
Are you aware of this?
Yes, but I didn't know people thought it was a variant. I just assumed it had rubbed off.
People do. No, I don't think it rubbed off. I think a load of them were misprinted. So I would say a variant is something that is done intentionally. This gear is a variant to the Bengals gear
Yes.
that you had in Series 1. It's not a variant, I don't think, if the knee pad hasn't got a tiger print on it.
A factory error.
Yes. So I think the factory did quite a few errors. And then I think also people say, oh, that's the rare one. That's more expensive. I'm going to rub that off and sell it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't class it as a variant. I don't think people should. Like your Bam Bam Bigelow Classic Superstars that has half a tattooed head and the other half is missing. It's not a variant Bam Bam Bigelow.
No, I've sold that and it wasn't for a lot of money.
Was it for less? Less than a normal one? Or was it more because it's a variant?
No, just the same, the going rate, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was annoying. That was I was gutted with that.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm sure I've seen some of them where it's just got half the print on one of the knee pads, so it's almost like you can see it's some of them. It's started to go.
I recently got that variant Kevin Sullivan from Zombie Sailor Toys.
Yeah,
The one with the face paint and the snake.
yeah.
I got two. One came, so it's got blood on its chest, but one came with a completely clear chest, no blood. And again, that's not a variant. That's just a mistake.
Factory error, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Like the Arn Andersons in this with the bald spot, that's a variant because it was done by choice.
yeah,
Gonna stick a load of bald spots on. Actually, he doesn't like that. He's quite sad. Let's take the bald spots off.
yeah.
That's a variant. It's a choice. They didn't say, let's do some of these Brian Pillmans with decals on one knee pad and on the other knee pad, let's just make it blue.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would agree
Yeah.
with you. I think you're right.
So I'm going to lay down the marker now. Everyone
Good.
can stop calling it a variant. It's just a factory error. Let's move on.
So the details on the knee pads, did he ever wear that gear or was this just fictional?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Tough. He wore blue underpants. I like calling them blue underpants instead of trunks.
Yeah, our friend Lee, his wife calls his wrestling trunks as wrestling knickers.
There you go. There you go. So, all right, assuming that is a wacky made up attire on Brian Pillman, beyond the re-release of Sting, as far as I'm concerned, all the made up attires are what makes these bad. And that's them all clumped together.
No, it's not. We still got the Steiner brothers.
Yeah, no, but they're not wacky made up attires, are they?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were saying that's all the.
Repaints. No. I was just the ones that they've taken some creative license with. And just it turns out I like them the least, not on purpose. Just when I was looking at them, that's how they ranked. That's how they fell. Up next is another repaint, but it's quite a good one in terms of a repaint, and it's Arn Anderson. Same issues persist. Not issues, but the same thoughts because it's the same mold, right? So
Yeah.
the arm's down. That's why he's here. But it's a cool looking toy. I probably prefer this one to the white one.
Yeah, I think I prefer the all red trunks to the red and white trunks.
And we should say as well, these, I think we said last time, but these all come with the same generic titles that appeared first time round.
Did you see the adverts? The old commercials for them had different belts.
No, but I did see a picture of an unreleased one and it looked like a completely different title, like a more realistic looking world championship.
Yeah, we'll post
Luger.
up the commercials for the Galoobs as well, like we've done with other toy lines. But all the belts are different, a bit more detailed.
So we haven't seen any new guys yet.
No, which makes sense, right? Because if you're judging them, you're sort of judging them by we've seen these already. So
Yeah, and you get excited when you see new guys. But it does help that the new guys, all excellent toys. Oh, sorry, back to Barry Windham. Last week I said I had him in black.
yes,
And I didn't know who it was.
yeah.
I thought it was Arn Anderson now. I believe I was playing with him as Arn Anderson.
I mean, the face doesn't look too dissimilar to Arn Anderson.
I don't know why. I probably would have had not much knowledge of who was in WCW. And out of the people I could think of, probably looked the closest to Arn. But yeah, that was the weird logic. There was no Barry Windham. It was Arn Anderson with a long ponytail.
Good.
And boy, did he do well.
Before his hair versus hair match against whoever shaved and bald.
Yes. So yeah, Arn Anderson was Barry Windham. Just thought I'd clear that up.
Phew. I'm glad you did, mate. I was not sleeping for days after you said that. It's like, who the hell could it have been?
Anyway, up next is the Steiner brothers. Same order, Rick first, then Scott. I prefer Scott. And I will say that these attire, I much prefer these attires to the first go round.
I really like this Rick Steiner. I think this is my one or number two from this series.
Oh, wow. Well, here he is. This is one of the ones I actually own. Look at that beautiful championship as well.
Yeah. The green singlet is so vibrant. I think that's what makes it one of my favorites.
Oh, it's a really nice toy. Did they both have the tattoo? This one's got the tattoo on
Yeah,
the
the other one's
shoulder.
got the tattoo as well, yeah.
Yeah, really nice toy. Happy to have a couple of Galoobs. This is the first time I'm looking at any series we've looked at, and I've got a couple of them in front of me. So I don't have any from series one Galoobs, but I've got two from this one. Much better Steiners, more vibrant, fun colours. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So as you say, Rick's in this beautiful fluorescent green, and Scott's in pink and blue, and it's almost reminiscent of his Hasbro. It's the same sort of colour scheme.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Scott's a great toy. I need this Scott. I definitely need this Scott to go with this Rick.
You do, otherwise you're just a mug.
Well, I was thinking, would I get the other Scott? And like, no, because then it would be fluorescent green and yellow. That would be weird. I need this pink and blue number.
Yeah, the brighter ones are better.
Yeah, these are tremendous. Yeah, good. I'm glad they got repaints, these guys.
Yes, because the Steiners always wore great gear, like really colourful stuff.
Yeah, and if these are fictional, who cares?
Yeah, they're close enough, right, that you could imagine they wore so many different singlets. Yes, they probably wore that.
Yeah, Rick wore loads of like bonkers, colourful, weird stuff. So this, yeah, fits in. I still wish Scotty had his knee pads, but they weren't going to add them, were they?
Maybe you missed them out that day.
No, that's it.
They're in the wash because his knee pads were smelly.
We got 7 figures left, mate. And up next, imagine, because up next is the first brand new one, brand new character.
Okay.
Imagine being one of the fans of Galoob in the States and not knowing this existed for like decades.
That is mad, isn't it? Because you think when you're a kid, it wouldn't be in any magazines or catalogs because they don't want you to know it exists. There's no interwebs, so you can't find out anything.
No internet.
The only way you'd find out is if, say, you had a cousin who lived in England or something like that, and you went on holiday to see him and he had one or something. Otherwise, you'd have no idea at all. Hidden from you.
And they're good. So yeah, weird. So anyway, so up next, like father, like son, like wow. Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes, quite low down.
He's got massive hands, but I like where his hands are. His arms are out. He's sort of doing
sort of like a Bret Hart.
A Bret Hart taunt. That's what I was just about to say. He's got his entrance vest on, some really nice cowboy boots. Excellent toy. Probably here, not higher because of his entrance vest, but it's a nice vest. This is great. For entrance gear, this is what Luger should have been. Just better arms. And it would have been tremendous.
And this Dustin comes with a 12-notch belt. So it's wider than all the others.
Because of his vest.
Yeah, because his vest, he's quite a wide bloke. So.
How does he scale with the others? Because he looks like a weird shape, but maybe that's just...
I think it's fine. I've never noticed any issues with scaling. Like, I think they're all
okay.
They all fit in with each other great.
Dustin's fantastic. He can't have been... Oh, no, I suppose... He would have been fresh in WCW around this time. Because he was
given a good push as well.
Earlier this year, 1991, wasn't he at the Royal Rumble? So yeah, he's fresh. He's fresh in WCW and straight into the Galoob line. That's a crazy turnaround time.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? It's impressive. They must have just seen, Dusty Rhodes' kid. He's young, he's good.
But it indicates almost how fast they could get these done then, right?
Yeah, I think that they were quick. That's a lot of the reason they don't have articulation, because I remember seeing something about that. They had to get it out from when they got the license to getting the toys out. They had a very small amount of time. So that's why they're solid figures. They didn't have enough time.
So that realization makes it all the more frustrating that we didn't have the Vaders, the Cactus Jack. If it was such a quick turnaround time.
Because they're quick, yeah.
If you could do it like that, where the fuck are they? Why are we getting Black Bloods?
You bastards.
In Series 3. Yeah, so Dustin's great. Red, white jacket, red attire. If you're in the States and you're listening to this and you still had no idea that there was more Galoobs, check this one out. Check all these out. Fucking excellent. More new characters next. So I had this next one, right? Again, no idea who it was.
Was it Jimmy Jam Garvin?
It was Jimmy Jam Garvin.
Yeah.
Do you know who I thought it was?
Oh, crap. Oh, man. Can I have some guesses? Were they in WWF?
Yes.
Was it Billy Jack Haynes?
No. I thought it was one of the head shrinkers.
Oh wow, that's way off. I definitely wouldn't have gone Samoan.
I didn't know it's. I think
It's
it was
beautiful that you see everyone being the same.
yeah. No prejudices within me, mate.
Oh yeah, me neither. I thought Michael P.S. Hayes was Sapphire.
Jimmy Garvin, I thought he was like a wild man because of his pose. It's like mysterious, like creeping down, arms out. Yeah, that was where I was going with it in my head. I had no idea. I like the way I had these, and I just didn't even know who they were.
That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Because if you got a Sting, you'd have known the Sting and the Flair, right?
Yeah, oh, yes.
But the Barry Windham, that's quite. If you don't watch WCW, you probably don't really know who he is.
Yeah. Even knowing who Sting was, I would have only known from friends who knew who Sting was.
Yeah.
And they all had him, so they would have told me. I reckon someone probably just told me it was Arn Anderson. And I was like, okay, I don't know.
Could have been, yeah, just accept it.
But yeah, Jimmy Garvin, one half of the Fabulous Freebirds. In hindsight, excellent toy. Full disclosure, the other toy I have is Michael Hayes. So this is another one I need now. I've got Michael Hayes and Rick Steiner looking like tag champs because they've both got a WCW title.
And Jimmy Jam's card says rock and roll wrestler.
No, rock.
No, it doesn't. Jimmy Jam Garvin's card says rock, roll, and wrestle.
Yeah. What do you think of this figure? I like it.
Jimmy Jam, it's quite a good one. It's quite a good one to play with.
To play with.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Because he's so open.
Yeah.
You know, his legs are separated and bent a bit. His arms are out and bent a bit. So it is quite fun. You could do like throw him off the top rope and he could do a nice splash because the way he is like a bit like a star shape.
I think I was doing a ton of spinning heel kicks with him and stuff like that.
Nice.
I didn't even know who he was to know how to play with him. But I loved it as a kid. It's an odd choice. It's an odd pose for him, but it is a good one. It is a good one.
Yeah, it's one of the better poses. Definitely, maybe second best.
Yeah, him and Flying Brian were fantastic to play with. Yeah. So up next. It's weird that I've got the tag teams bunched together, but it is the way they've fallen. That is how I feel. But yeah, up next is Michael Hayes in matching gear. I've got this one in front of me. This is a great likeness. It's a shame. I imagine they were dressed like this when they won the titles with the face paint, because
probably, yeah.
I almost wish they didn't have the face paint. I wish it was more accurate to what I remember. Even on the cards where they're just wearing shades.
On the cards, yeah, that's it. If you're going to put face paint on it, you have to put it on the card, surely. So you look at it and go, yes, that's the same one.
Hayes looking a touch like exotic Adrian Street. I'm getting those vibes from him.
He looks a bit like the Boogie Woogie Man as well.
Yeah. So it's got a great toy though. I don't mind his pose. He's got one arm really stretched out and then he's flexing his bicep, throwing a punch.
I'd say Jimmy Jams is a better pose for play.
Okay. Do you know one of the things I like about Michael Hayes?
What's that?
Over Jimmy. Jimmy's in the all black tights, black boots, and I like Michael's yellow boots.
Yeah, it is more colourful.
Yeah, I wish they looked a bit different, but two new characters with two strong posers. You're getting this tag team, and these going to be contenders for the titles. Oh,
the tag team set?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say they came in a tag team box with the sounds box.
Okay.
So that's how you'd get the sounds box for the ring. I think you might have been able to buy a ring with it. You know, the thing you push a button, it goes 1, 2,
yes,
3,
yeah.
ring the bell, and all this. So they came with that in a tag team set.
Okay. Did they come on a 2-pack, or was it just with the sound box, or could you get them as a 2-pack on their own?
I think it's both.
Okay, cool. Oh, so I was going to give you a bit of a factoid that you may or may not know, but it's interesting. So they won the tag titles. They won the WCW Tag Team Championships. Do you know what the peculiar bit about that is?
They won the Tag Team Championships.
They won the Tag Team Championships from Doom, I think.
Did someone else get the pin?
No.
No.
So they won the Tag Team Championships, but due to WCW's recording schedule, they lost them 7 days before winning them.
Brilliant.
So it was all over the shop. So they were recording stuff in advance. So yeah, they didn't even really hold them.
Wow, that's mad. The other thing, sorry, we're just looking at picture things. I've just noticed something. WCW, I'm looking at the picture of the sounds box on its own, right? So UK exclusive. It was released by Hornby.
Oh.
The railway company. They also did Gladiator toys as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, they do lots of trains. Famous for the train sets.
So I wonder if it's just the sound box then, because the tag team pack with the Freebirds is Hornby as well. The one that comes with the sound box and Freebirds.
Okay.
Interesting. None of the other toys say Hornby. It's just the sound box. I wonder if one of the rings is. If there's a ring with a sound box, that'll be Hornby as well, I reckon. No, the sound box with a ring is Galoob. That's strange.
Oh, that is strange. And up next is the highest ranked repaint from Series 1, and that's Sid Vicious in red.
This is fantastic. This Sid.
It's a
Yeah.
good, much like the Steiners, this is a welcome repaint.
Yeah. Because you look at them and the vibrancy of them just makes, oh, that's a lot better.
It's definitely a nice variant, and it's not a made up one either. Either of those Sids I'll try and get hold of.
Yeah, I recommend the red one. I think it's the better one.
Okay. I agree. I would probably choose colourful, but I didn't mind the black at all.
Yeah.
No, well, that's the end of the repaints. So then the top three, all brand new molds, mate.
Good.
It's exciting stuff. And I've been indecisive on the top two. So in third place, I've got Sting
Fuck.
in his entrance gear.
You absolute nutcase. Okay.
Oh, this is why this is a great.
Why? Because I know what you're putting as one of the top two. I know your top two now, and I think you're mental.
So I will say, I listened back, right, to Series 1 last week, and I don't think we should ever fake anything, but I much prefer it when we're not agreed. I do. I don't like being right. I want to be challenged.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should ever be forced. If it falls that way, it falls that way. But yeah, I much prefer the episodes where you're gobsmacked by my choices. But I will never do it on purpose.
I assumed Sting was going number one. See, I would have this Sting or Rick Steiner. That'd be my top two
Okay.
for these.
Great toys. And this is probably one of those things where you, as we say, you've got these. I don't have Sting. So you've got it in hand and you can see how great it is. It looks great. It's all in black. Does he have a scorpion on his tights?
I can't think off the top of my head. I've not got it to hand.
I think this is one of those things where I would prefer if it was a bit more colourful down the bottom. Maybe he's all in black and he's in entrance gear, so it limits how much throughout this Galoob look back we've been excited for how you can play with them. And again, you're not really playing with this.
It's a shame he doesn't have the same face paint as the black tights, or if he's got the yellow boots on, so he's the same as the black tights Sting.
Yes,
that they made earlier, but with a coat, so you could do like your entrances with it. That'd be quite cool.
That would be a nice touch. Hey, it's third out of 17 figures.
Yeah, it's great though. He's doing like a double bicep pose. He's wearing a tassel jacket. It's black and pink.
He's in his entrance jacket, and he's not got stupid arms. He's got great arms. It's really nice figure. I don't dislike it. I just prefer the next two. I do.
I don't know where you're going. Come on, let's go.
Well, so I didn't know where I was going, right? And this literally has changed twice today, and it might change now. I'm just going to have a quick look at them, right? I think. See, I had this guy first for the longest time. I can't keep it first, but it looks amazing, and that's Big Josh.
Big Josh. Oh.
Big Josh chops down opponents. Matt Bourne.
It's a good toy. It'd be good as a wrestler, good as a lumberjack.
This is the Outback Jack of the Galoob line for me.
Good.
How's he got a figure? This is tremendous. And it's a tremendous looking figure.
This figure, this was the last one I needed to complete my Galoobs.
Yeah.
And when I was best man at our friend Lee's wedding, this is what he gave me as a gift.
What a lovely gift.
Yeah. Cracking.
This is beautiful. Again, he's in entrance. He's wearing a hat, right? But I don't care. It's so nice. What does he come with? A stick? A 2x4?
It's just like a bat or something, yeah.
And there's no articulation. So is this one of the first ones with an accessory?
But you got Luger's got an accessory. Luger's got the chain.
Luger's got a chain.
He's got this. I think that's it though.
Wow. So he's got an accessory that he can sort of hit people with, but you can't move the arms. So he just sort of holds it behind.
He sort of holds them, I guess, and then you'd move him, tilt him way forward so it hits them.
This is beautiful. A nice flannel vest, nice jeans.
What an odd choice.
But you agree that it's an excellent toy, right?
Oh, it's a good toy. Yeah. I just think like if you're a kid and you want one, say for example, you're in Woolworths.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think you'd be picking this up over Sting or Dustin Rhodes or
I don't know.
Bright Colour Rick Steiner. I know you don't know. That's why you've put him up here. He's second.
Yeah, no.
All day you've wanted him until you got to the toy shop and bought someone else who's coming up first.
Mate, Big Josh was first on this list for a good portion.
You ever done that? You thought to yourself, either as an adult or a child, like, right, I'm going to go to the toy shop. I'm going to get this figure. That's what I want to do today. You get there and then you completely bulk and you get something else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's not there and you're forced to just get something shit. But you're still picking up something, right?
Yeah.
Because you came to the toy shop.
Came to the toy shop, you got to spend some money. You want that dopamine hit.
Yeah, I again, this figure has no right to be this good, Big Josh. Do you know what? Considering some of them, considering what Ron Simmons and Luger are like,
Yes.
Big Josh is outstanding.
I think you can't do much more with it, right? You'd look at it and you'd say to the sculptor, "Well, you fucking nailed that."
Do you want some Big Josh trivia, mate?
Yes.
So during his brief stint in WCW, he held 2 championship titles.
Okay.
He held the United States Tag Team
I
Championship.
was going to say that one because that's a random one.
Do you know who the partner was?
I can't. If I was trying to think about who's mid-card babyface at the time, it'd probably be someone like Too Cold Scorpio or Marcus Bagwell.
You're close with Too Cold Scorpio. It was Ron Simmons.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Why was that close?
And he also held. I have no recollection of this title existing, but it's a WCW championship. He also held the World 6-Man Tag Team Championship.
Brilliant.
Any idea who his partners were?
Was one of them Ron Simmons?
No.
Was one of them Scorpio?
No.
Who would it be with them? So 2 baby faces. Was it Todd Champion and Firebreaker Chip?
Close. Dustin Rhodes.
Okay.
And Tom fucking Zenk.
Yes. Oh man, you can have that entire team.
You can, right? They're so good at this. All his partners have been made as Galoobs. How have they done this? How have they seemingly missed so many people and caught all the important guys at the same time? Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, well done, Big Josh.
Well done. Chops down opponents.
Fucking really nice toy. I'm offended by your feedback.
I just don't think it is a good. It's a great toy. I shouldn't do it the service because it's Big Josh, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. If I was a child and I went to the shop and there was Sting there in his lovely coat, I'd be like, "Oh, Sting's a bigger star," and maybe I'd want Sting more. But that Sting in the coat isn't going to keep that championship around his waist more than Big Josh is when he's going to hammer people with his stick, and Sting's not even going to take his coat off to get ready for action.
Oh man, he attacks Sting during his entrance, doesn't he? Son of a bitch.
He did. So yeah, it's about who's worthy of championship gold, and Josh is more worthy than coated Sting, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's better than it should be.
Yeah, no.
All the other like massive stars, and there's so much detail on Big Josh. It's like the sculptor's just having a laugh or trying to show someone else up who's done a Lex Luger.
Exactly. You know, and throughout this entire series, 7 Figs a Month, I've told you of my hate for, or not hate,
Intense dislike.
I don't prefer figures in their entrance gear, and that's why the top 3 here are all in entrance gear. Massive hypocrite, I don't know. So, 3rd, Sting. 2nd, Big Josh. 1st, El Gigante.
I've never clocked that El Gigante's in entrance gear.
He's so good.
He just wore a rubbish singlet, didn't he? To wrestle with. Was it a singlet or was it just little shorts?
I think it was little shorts.
Yeah,
little black shorts.
Yeah.
But he's got his lovely entrance gear vest on. But he comes out in the Capital Combat main event, and he's wearing a crazy helmet as well, like a little silver helmet.
Oh, God bless him.
So it's a shame the figure doesn't have that. And if it did have that, I don't think it would be first. But it doesn't have that. It's a massive figure. He's got his arms up. So the figure's so big, right? And he's got his arms above his head so he can like choke people. And they're going to be at least 10 foot in the air in terms of the scale of these figures. This is great.
I don't think it's very good.
What? So you, again, I said at the start of this, you probably should rank them because you have them all. And I've never seen some of these in hand. I think this is amazing.
It's really big. Like the size is incredible. I just think, again, I go back to what do I want to play with as an adult and a child, I guess, because they're one and the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he's just, in a way, it's brilliant because he's crap. Right? He can't do very much because he's so ginormous. Maybe it is perfect for an El Gigante.
Hold on. If you were a child and into WCW, he was being pushed as somewhat of a star.
I don't know if I'd have ever bought that, though. Would I rather a Tom Zenk? Yeah.
Oh, get fucked. There's no way. There's no way you'd rather a Tom Zenk than an El Gigante.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't.
No way. They'd cost the same amount.
But you get more bang for your buck with Gigante, I guess, don't you? Because he's more plastic.
Interestingly enough, the one I'm looking at has a Toys R Us sticker on it. $21. So maybe they made it to Canada or something.
I think other places did get them eventually, but by that point, the allure of them had worn off because they started off. They were only in like one shop, but they were quite popular. And then by the time the other shops jumped on, no one cared anymore. But hang about this. Yeah, these are supposed to be UK exclusives.
It's expensive, so I reckon it's Canadian dollars.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So similar to the LJNs, right?
Interesting.
The plot thickens. But yeah, in this series, Big Josh and El Gigante are by far the best. I need to come and see them at your house, or
Or in France.
Yeah.
There is a version of the ring box as well that has Gigante on it. So obviously they thought he was the best one too.
Good.
And sorry, on that, who's in this ring box? They got Big Josh, Gigante, and Dustin Rhodes, and the sound box. So that's nice. They were pretty much agreeing with what you were saying. Big Josh and Gigante are the best ones.
There you go. If I was to put both series together, right? None of them beat. If I was to look at it all as one, none of them beat the original Sting.
Yeah, and a lot of these you're not ranking highly just because they've been done already.
Exactly. So Sid in red. If this was the first time we were seeing Sid and he was in this color, this would potentially be first if it was the first time we were seeing him. But because I've already got a black one, right? We've already gone through series one. We got them all. It's the second time I'm seeing him, so it's like, this is great, it's really good. But I'm more excited for the new characters, the new molds.
Yeah,
Very happy with my ranking. I had to fill it in. Very early I knew Flair was my least favorite, and I think I started with Flair at the bottom, Josh at the top, and then I went filling it in as I pulled them out. I was like, where does he go now? Where does he go? Where does he go?
yeah. I mean, it's a lot to rank. To be fair, so well done for making a list.
I think when I looked at Big Josh, I was like, don't know if he is the best. Well, that's what's happened, right? That's exactly what's happened. I don't know if he's
the more you
best
look
one.
at the Big Josh, he is quite excellent, but it's Big Josh.
Yeah, and he's got
And I think that's my problem with Gigante as well, right? It's like it's El Gigante. I don't really care.
much in the same way. I reckon when we get around to Hasbro, I think the Giant Gonzalez is going to be really high. I think I like the scale. I think seeing these toys, sort of the scale not really being cared for, and then all of a sudden there is a giant and they've made an effort to make him a giant. I think that gets bonus points.
Yeah, he's noticeably bigger than the others. He's huge.
Is he too? He looks a bit too big from when I've seen.
No, he's fucking ginormous, isn't he? As a man, he's insanely big.
Okay.
If anything, like Hasbro didn't make him big enough.
Yes. And just the fact that he's so tall, and as I say, he's got his arms above his head and hands out. He's the only one doing that pose, so it makes him even taller.
Yeah.
This is great. He's having a stretcher match with Sid and winning. No, beautiful. I'm happy, mate.
Fair. I still think I prefer a lot of the repaints. I like Sid. I like Rick Steiner. I like the Jacket Sting.
With all the other lines, we've ordered some, right?
Yeah.
And when they arrive, we're going to do unboxing videos for them all. What do we do with the Galoobs? Just sort of do you show your top three? Make your cases?
Well, I still want a Bullseye and Anderson.
But I think as you've got them all, maybe we should do your visual. You should make an argument then for, especially these ones, as you're in such disagreement. I think we should do a visual. You pull them out. You pull them out, mate, and show us.
Okay.
Show us your top three, especially if it's Steiner and Sting. Show me how good they are. I'm interested. I've got Rick Steiner in front of me. It's quite good, but if it's the best one, I'd be a bit sad.
It is good. I think I just love how bright it is. I think it really stands out when it's with all of them.
Yeah, I need more of a Galoob collection.
I think the best way to collect Galoobs is to get all of them.
Well, I've got two, and I'm a bit of a snob, so they're really good paint jobs on them, and they've got the titles with them, and the titles are pristine as well.
Yeah, I'm not much of a snob because I like things a little bit played with.
Well, it's easier to get hold of.
Yeah. So I'm not too fussy, really, like missing paint, especially on the Galoobs. Like anyone's touched them, the paint comes off.
We'll see. I'll keep an eye out. I'm keen to add. I do like that. I love the line. As I say, this is it, right? This is the line. This is it in full.
Yeah.
Way too many repeats. Fucking 50 left on the table that are worth doing. I can't put this above LJN as a line.
It's a shame, isn't it? Because it is good. There's a lot of good about it.
Yes.
And everything. We'll have a proper rundown next week about our thoughts, I think. But when we can properly think about how good El Gigante is.
Yeah, no, you get it out of your cabinet for next week and show me. Show me on camera, and maybe we'll reassess. Do you know what? I suppose next week's the week. I was going to say, do we induct any of these into the Hall of Fame? And then
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
my thought was no. But then I suppose that Sting is worthy of going in.
We should be doing that with every line. Shit, we forgot to do it with
No, 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 no. There's no
No.
Demolition Man belongs in our Hall. Our Hall of Fame is pristine as fuck, mate.
Who's in it?
Outback Jack is there because it's the best figure.
Yes. Well, it's gonna have to be
Big Josh,
Big Josh. Yeah.
Big Josh and Outback Jack. Oh, glorious. All right. Well, that's been nice.
One thing
Yeah.
I did want to go into, not about Galoobs, but last week I did mention that my brother Darren had released a video game.
Oh, you did.
I did, and I said I'll tell you more about it this week. So, if you want to get playing on that, you go to itch.io
Okay.
and you search for Anomaly Resolution. That's the name of the game.
Okay.
By Let's Get Cooking, which is my brother Darren, who you've heard in Woolworths.
Do you know what? I'll put a link to this in the description of the show.
Oh, nice.
I should start doing that now. Because Callum Graham Music, he's changed his handle on Instagram, so he's now Callum Graham Music. He was the Callum Graham. I'll put a link to his music on now. I'll take advantage of links and stuff. I should be doing that.
Yeah, like good internet people.
Like proper internet people.
Where you'd look at someone and go, oh, I'm going to click on that.
Okay, and then I'll also put a link. We'll have a shop. I'll get a shop up and running. I've started on it, and I'll have a link where you can go and buy T-shirts,
Oh, nice.
logo T-shirts to begin with, and then stuff to be added very shortly. I think it's important that we try and claw some money back. Feel free to show your support. They're very good quality T-shirts. We need to get some down to double check that, but 100% cotton and stuff.
Oh, nice.
No cheap nonsense.
Yeah, you don't want 50% cotton and 50% something else.
Yeah, they'll be in the region of 20 something quid, but that all to be sorted out. All to be sorted out. But yeah, I'll get all those links in the description. Look at us being proper.
Nice. Get some new T-shirts.
Whilst it would be nice to get some of the money back for the expenditure of running this pod and stuff, there is an option on some of these platforms to insert ads.
All right.
For money, and I can't bring myself. I don't want our amazing conversations about Tom Zenk to be suddenly interrupted but Glades Plug and Fresh or something.
Oh.
So I'm not against sponsorship, but we'll do the ads, right? We'll do Blue Chew, get in contact and we'll talk about having a problem thumbing in your flaccid and stuff.
Imagine if we have to start talking about manscaping and things when we're clearly two of the hairiest people around. Just love a nice clean shave.
Yeah, well, we'll figure something out. But yeah, no, I'm not going to be clicking ads for money. That's shit. Rubbish. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting more professional. So I suppose all that's left is I'll ask you the standard question, right? So you're in Woolworths.
This is the best bit.
You're in Woolworths. People should skip to this bit. You're in Woolworths, right? You're with your mum and your older brother, Darren. You're very young at this point. This is 1991.
I'm old enough to make a good decision.
What, 7?
Yeah.
Okay. And your brother, Darren, has a few friends that own Galoobs, but Darren just can't get his head around the lack of movement compared to the Hasbros.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah. So he has started opening all the Galoobs one by one and just snapping them, forcing movement, right? So your time's running out. Galoobs are going down very quickly, one at a time, and you're not taking home one with no arm and no legs. Darren's terrorizing these figures.
I don't know how he's managed it either. I mean, they're quite hard to snap. I don't think it's really doable, but he's doing it.
He's super strength. And your mum's like, bloody hell, Martin, hurry up. Pick a toy. This entire line's here, right? This entire line's here. Buy one.
Right.
Quick, because Darren's, before there's none left.
I need to buy myself some time. I'll quickly throw an El Gigante into his path.
There you go.
Snap that to pieces. Because I am going to make the decision to, oh God, what do I want? I'm torn. I'm torn between a green Rick Steiner, a red Sid, and a jacket Sting.
Ooh.
I'm going to go for a jacket Sting so I can do entrances with the ones I bought last week.
Okay. Okay, good
It's
choice.
going to be a questionable choice when I get home and I realise I don't really have a toy to play with. But I've done it. I've made that decision.
I think, given the same parameters, I think I've got to take home Big Josh.
Fair.
Number 2 on my list. Yeah, I've gone back on myself. I love his stick.
The stick.
Any competitors, any opponents, he's beaten them senseless and pinning them. You're right. He attacks people as they're making their way to the ring.
Chops down opponents.
Yeah, no, Big Josh is solid. I was naughty and I copied you because you took a 2-pack last time, and so did I.
Yeah.
So I've got the worst Steiners and Big Josh.
Oh, no. Could I have got the 2-pack with Sting and Luger? I could have done as well, couldn't I?
But didn't you
What
do
a
that last
moron.
time?
Yeah, I should have done the same thing. Then I got the entrances for both
They
of them.
did the entrance gears. Yeah, no, you fucks it, mate. It was all that pressure. Darren snapped to that one.
It was.
Darren.
Oh, well. Wasn't quick enough, I guess. Thanks, Darren.
Oh,
Thanks for ruining my life.
yeah, he does that, doesn't he? All right. Well, I think we are done.
Okay, that's it.
That's the entire Galoob line.
There were unreleased toys, and we'll look at those next week with some other bits.
Yes, that's exciting. Will we have guests?
Or we
mate?
can try and get some guests. We'll see what
Ooh.
happens.
We'll get Tom Zenk on.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask the standard question. Were you nonced out of WWF and WCW? Or just WWF?
Is your middle name really fucking? Until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Tom fucking Zeg.
When I hold you in the palm of my hand, it makes me come alive. I feel all the feelings a man can feel, all at the same time. When I reach into my trousers and feel you resting on my thigh, I just wanna pull you out everywhere I go, but I'm a bit too shy. Come and play with me, come and set me free, come on and let me say what's going on outside. But I'm out with friends tonight and it might ruin the vibe. So I creep up to the men's room every now and again, just to give you a squeeze. I don't believe I can contain these feelings for long, man. I think I've got a disease. Come and play with me, come and set me free, come on and let me know when I can come and say hello. I think the time might just be alright now to put you on show. That thing's really nice, it's an impressive size. I wish that it was mine, I'd play with it all of the time. I didn't know that they could get so big. Where did you get that action fig? And I'll say actionfigureseller.com, actionfigureseller.com. I had it in my pocket all along, and I got it from Action Figure